There's two dead people in this case, and I don't like that. That's a sad event.
Today was the 6th day of the Byron Smith trial in Little Falls.
The trial started last Monday with Byron Smith pleading not guilty to all charges. Welcome to UTVS News at 5 o'clock. I'm Ryan Japs.
And I'm Danielle Maroney. Thank you for joining us. On November 22, 2012, Byron Smith shot and killed both Nick Brady and Haley Kiefer.
The two broke into his home, and Smith claims he was acting in self-defense. Ben Henry is in the newsroom with the latest.
Thanks, guys. Today, the defense focused on Byron Smith's reputation, more specifically his honesty. Smith's brother Bruce and two of his neighbors, Kathy and Dylan Lang, had positive things to say about Smith and believe him to be an honest man. His brother saying he is highly regarded by everyone who knows the family, and Dylan Lang commenting on how Smith let him and his band use his shed to practice. Things heated up a little when the state approached Dylan and asked him if Smith is known as someone to be messed with. Steve Meshbesher, Smith's attorney, immediately objected, saying the question had nothing to do with the honesty of Smith.
It became clear to me that the state was trying to say something and testify, whether the witness would agree or not. And I thought that was inappropriate. I made my objection, and the record is made.
Another main topic discussed today is what qualifies as self-defense and whether Smith was within his right to act. Because he was in his own home, three criterion needs to be met. First, the action must be preventing a felony. Second, the gravity of the situation is judged. And third, whether a reasonable man in the same situation would have perceived an immediate threat of physical harm. This is one of the biggest arguments for the defense, and they're staying strong on that moving into the closing arguments.
He was in his home, and I don't think you have a duty to retreat from your home. Now, if you're using self-defense outside the home, you might have a duty to retreat, even if you legitimately are defending yourself. But this is different because he's inside his house, and he's not only inside his house, he's being burglarized by two felons in his own home.
Supporters from both sides were there today in the full courtroom, and those close to Nick Brady left today hoping the evidence speaks for itself.
It doesn't always work out in the favor that we all want, but I'm very confident in the system, very confident in the case that was presented.
Now, all evidence has been put on the table, and moving into tomorrow, both sides will give their closing arguments, and after that, it's in the hands of the jury on whether Smith is guilty of any of the four charges against him.
Now, Ben, what exactly are those four charges?
Smith is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of first-degree murder. The difference between first and second-degree is that someone who is guilty of first-degree murder planned the crime ahead of time, meaning it was premeditated. We should also mention that when we say planned ahead of time, it can mean anything from a month to a few minutes.
All right, does Smith have anything to say about his trial today?
Smith did testify today to remain silent during the rest of the proceedings. So again, tomorrow, both sides will have their closing arguments, and from there, it's in the jurors' hands.